It's live together, and I am live. So here we go, y'all. I just want to see how everybody's doing. Y'all feel thrown in. Ooh, I think I lost a couple people when I said I wasn't doing public readings, but y'all, I'm on sabbatical. Sabbatical. I'm out here acting up with all of this hair on my head, and I'm learning a lot. I will say this: there is a reason why a lot of us are being called to either go on sabbatical, go on hermit mode, pull back, whatever the case may be, because so you guys will hear proof of power all the time, right? And a lot of times people are talking about proof of power when it comes to like tangible magic that can be seen. Like I can make incense smoke move and I can move, fire with mine, all of that stuff. All that stuff is cool. Look, they already on me. All that stuff is cool. And that is proof of power. But what's being called for now is proof of sovereignty, right? Y'all gonna get sick of me talking about sovereignty until y'all get it together. Hi, Janine. Proof of power when it comes to sovereignty. There's a reason why we are being pulled back. There's a reason why we're not offering certain things anymore. There's a reason why you guys are being left to not to your own devices, but being left to a point where, okay, so what is your intuition telling you? It's because it's time for that proof of power. I received a notification you being live on. Thank you, Sharia, because I was wondering about that. It's time to show proof of power. It's time to show proof of sovereignty. For those of you who are my subscribers, you know with that Lionsgate collective, it's time to show up and show out for yourself, right? So why am I saying that? I am learning while on sabbatical. This is something that, kind of fell into my lap today when we shadow work is ever happening, right? But today I realized that I can't always be in coach mode. I can't always take my intuition as a coach and just hand out, explanations, hand out, whatever messages I'm receiving, because at the end of the day, it's about proof of sovereignty, right? What is your intuition telling you? What did your oversoul say, right? And I had to pull back from giving somebody my projection of what this situation could be, because spirit is telling me everybody's not your assignment, right? So with that, I have to let people come to their own understanding of what they're going through, of what spirit is trying to relay to them, right? Hey, April, how are you, love? So in my sabbatical, I'm learning how to be a better coach by not always coaching, right? So understand that as you guys are in the spiritual community and you're starting to see more and more people kind of pull back, fall back, it's because spirit is getting to the point where it's like, where's your proof of sovereignty? Where's your proof of power? Because you guys can see my proof of power all the time. Hey, Karen, you guys can see, other people, other spiritualists, you can see their proof of power all the time. Where is yours? And it's time for you to start relying more on your proof of power. It's time for you to start relying more on your oversoul, which is why you're seeing things happen and play out the way that they are with some of your favorite spiritualists. People who are closing down websites, people who are, going on sabbatical, people who are changing up their services, because it's time to now give proof of sovereignty, right? I'm just throwing it out there. Don't kill the messenger. You know what I'm saying? Okay, baby. Y'all know I gotta pause when the kids come downstairs because mommy be wilding sometimes. You gotta give it a second, baby. If it's all the way dead, it's gonna take a minute to charge. Okay. So, at the end of the day, things are changing for a good reason. Things are changing because spirit wants y'all to understand how much power you have by yourself, how much power you have within you, right? it's time to start leaning back on that type of understanding, because it's always been there. And it's great when you're starting your journey and, you know, getting suggestions, getting tips, getting that coaching. But globally, collectively, Spirit is absolutely telling you it's time to lean into your own proof of power. It's time for you to understand what your sovereignty is, and there's no more hand holding, right? So when you start to see some people come to the forefront and others fall back, there is a reason for that. Not only are they learning to use their proof of power by creating a platform, those of us who already have our platform and have been throwing out these messages and coaching and leading and teaching, we're falling back to let the students rise up, right? It is now time for you guys to lean into your proof of power, your proof of sovereignty. Not my bestie on the live, though. Hey, bestie. Hey, bestie. So we're going to go ahead and get right on into the reading now. Y'all know I always got to come with some kind of word based on my own teachings. Like, I'm learning how to not always be in coach mode, because I don't want to prevent anybody from missing out on the messages from their own oversoul, their own intuition. You see what I'm saying? And what kind of coach would I be if I didn't allow that? So I'm learning how to be a better coach, y'all. When I come back full circle, it's going to be lit. So y'all know I got my Intuit Tarot. If you guys are interested in these cards, let me know. I have a link that'll get you 10% off. But here we go. Y'all good, YouTube? How y'all doing down there? Well, I want to say down there because Facebook, my phone is right there, and my computer. How y'all doing? How is everybody doing? All right. Courage. Courage. That is the word that's coming. It's always a C word. Hey, Ida. I always get a C word when I'm like opening up the portal, right? There's always, I don't know what significance the letter C has. I'm going to look into that because it's always a C word. I'm getting the color periwinkle. This is really random. Hi, Tayana. Periwinkle. That is throat chakra. Now, I know throat chakra work. Woo, throat chakra has been real strong lately. And I want to say, since this is a full moon in Aquarius forecast here, the new moon in Aquarius was, I want to say 6 months ago, like February or something like that. Everything that you petitioned for in February should start to come to fruition now. That 6 month cycle there. So think back to where you were in February, what you were trying to manifest in February, what you were trying to gain in February, and start looking for signs of it happening right now, right? We all know that full moons are about releasing. So everything that you were trying to manifest in February, think about what roadblocks you still face now, and think about what needs to be released now in order for those things to come to fruition, okay? I have to check and make sure that lamp was on. I feel like my lighting is off, whatever. So we know Aquarius energy is bold. We know Aquarius energy, low-key don't be giving no fucks. So keep that in mind and be bold and live loudly when it comes to releasing these blockages, releasing these lower vibrating energies. There it is, Sherry. See, Sherry, you be on it. We are still in Leo season, so absolutely have that courage like a lion, man. Not like I guess the end of Wizard of Oz is all right. There you go, Jamie. Utilize that energy. Whenever the moon is in your sign, that is definitely a nod, especially when it's in your big three, shall I say. The moon is in your big three. Really look into the energy of it and see how it affects you. Now, y'all know I'm not an astrology girl. I'll be the first one to tell y'all I am not an astrology girl. I know a little something. I know how to get through. I can read my own chart to a degree, but I ain't an astrology girl. I know just enough. All right. Let's see what this full moon energy got going, what we are going to be releasing, what we can look forward to. So we already starting with the Three of Swords. We letting go of victim mentality. Now here's I can't even pull no more cards because I'm about to get all up in it. I use the Chani app for astrology. That's good to know. I'm gonna have to look that up. So Three of Swords, deep emotional pain. It says grief, disillusionment, sorrow, depression, all heartbreak. We know, right? The Three of Swords. It's there. Now I want you guys to really break down the Three of Swords. I'm gonna do it with you. It's fine. Whenever we look at the Three of Swords, we always see like a heart and the swords are through the heart. But the thing about it, swords are all about the mental. So when we think about this Three of Swords energy, it is about what's going on in the mind, the grief of the mind, not here, but here. And honestly, when I'm looking at this Three of Swords, all I feel is victimhood, victim mentality. Now, I'm gonna go into it. I don't want anybody to think that I am a person that victim shames or anything like that. I've been through so much in my life that that's not who I am. But I want you guys to listen to comprehend and not listen to respond. Okay? We are in a time where the earth is ascending and the earth has no time for victimhood. Right? So why are we allowing victimhood to keep us in a place that won't allow us to ascend? Follow me. There are so many things that happen to us where it is unfortunate that it happened. It's not fair that it's happened. And we may have been a completely different person if it didn't happen, right? With that being said, we cannot allow these things to keep us caged in a space where we can never move forward. That's where the victimhood comes into play. I will never take away from somebody's experience. I am here to allow you guys to have space to understand what happened, process what happened, and learn how to live without having what happened control you for the rest of your life. That is where this Three of Swords energy comes to play. That is where this full moon in Aquarius is coming into play. It is time to release the power that our trauma has had over us in every way, shape, and form, whether it's trauma dealing with food, whether it's trauma dealing with somebody's ashy ass child, whether it's trauma dealing with things that have been done to us unjustly. It is time to release the power that these traumas have over us. Trauma doesn't go away, but we can learn how to not let the trauma control our lives. That's where this Three of Swords is coming into play. The mental pain, the mental anguish of having the power no longer being yours, but having the power be rooted in the trauma. We have to release that. We have to release that with this full moon. Now, I don't see no comments, so I hope I ain't lose y'all. I hope I'm not, I apologize if this is triggering. But this is what I'm feeling with this Three of Swords. And for my subscribers, this is going to sound very familiar. The victimhood that we are clinging on to is what needs to be released in this full moon. The vice grip, the hole that we've kind of dug for ourselves, we got to climb out of that. Because the longer we hold on to the trauma, I don't want to say hold on to the memory, because if you can let that memory go and learn to live past it, great. But we don't have to hold on to the power that the trauma has. I did say that, Sherry. I just want to make sure. Because sometimes I can't see comments when I'm live. So thank you. I appreciate you. And this is just first card. I'm going to pull more, but I felt that there's a lot of weight behind this Three of Swords. So I want to make sure that we're understand this is not victim shaming, but we got to release victimhood, right? Making sure that we don't give this trauma any more power. Okay? All right, let's move on. Hermit, listen. I can already see where this is about to go. When you release, you're going to have to release for you. You can't release for other people, right? And that seems weird. Like, how do you even release for other people? You hear people tell you all the time, you need to just get out. You need to get over it. You need to get over it. It happened in the past. Why are you still holding on to that shit? You need to get over it. And we feel like, oh, wow, well, maybe this person won't be mad at me if I just stop talking about it. Or maybe this person will stay with me if I don't deal with the trauma that they've inflicted on me. You cannot release for other people. You can only release for yourself, because it don't work like that, right? So you're going to have to go within. You're going to have to seclude and not isolate. I want to make that clear. You got to seclude yourself from the outside world, but don't isolate yourself from the outside world. Because when we talk about the hermit and spiritual mastery, it even says soul searching, enlightenment, solitude, growth, resolve, right? Understanding that you can come to a resolve with the trauma that you're dealing with the conflicts that you're dealing with. I feel like somebody out there over the past week, and this is going to seem very vague, and I hate being this vague, but it's almost like somebody got into it over a very slight misunderstanding. Like, they heard the tone of your voice wrong and like blew up, and you're just sitting here like, well, what the fuck just happened? Like, and now you're kind of sitting with guilt, sitting with, well, this person must hate me now. I mean, I wasn't trying to be misinterpreted, but it's clear that this person hates me now. Hey, Tiara. So with that, take a moment and really kind of replay that conversation in your head and really see where the misunderstanding happened. What word, what phrase was the trigger? And see how you can then kind of revisit the situation. You're going to have to release the fear of the conflict. You're going to have to release the fear of being misunderstood again. Because if this is something you want to resolve, the confrontation is unavoidable. And I know I'm getting on a tangent, but that kind of popped up. Like, if I don't know who it was over the past week that got grossly misunderstood, there is a resolution in that for you. But you're going to have to really sit down and think about where the trigger was so you can isolate that and talk to this person about it. I don't know who that was for. Y'all be coming in wanting answers, and then I wind up getting the answers and then have to tell y'all outside of the collective anyway. But yes, whoever that was for, really think about where the trigger was and revisit the situation. But when we talk about this hermit energy next to this Three of Swords, y'all gonna have to dig deep. This is oversoul energy, right? Soul searching. Talk to your oversouls. Talk to your oversouls. Sit down and be like, yo, what's really good? Where can I ask your oversoul where you can release? I promise y'all, really just sitting down and asking that one simple question, they will show you. For those of you who have cards, divine on it. If you have pendulum, start asking your oversoul questions. This is how you practice sovereignty. This is how you go within and get your understanding for yourself. Because it's so funny. I was looking at my memories from my personal page, and one of them, I can't even remember what it was about. But in 2020, I simply said, don't trust anybody's information but your own. Now, I know we're going back to the Players Club, those of you who know that quote. However, it applies right now. Don't trust anybody's intuition but your own. Don't trust anybody's intuition but your own. Okay? Now is the time for proof of sovereignty. Talk to your oversoul. Divine with your oversoul. Hi, Sharika. Okay? I'm going to keep pulling. The next card is the moon. Y'all, spirit loud as fuck right now. Spirit is super loud. Okay? Subconscious, blocked intuition, misconception, uncertainty, deception, ambiguity, instability. These are all things that fall within the realm of having that anxiety of victimhood, right? Anxiety, illusion, instability, deception. You know how many times I have created false narratives in my head because I allowed the trauma of the situation to have the power? How many conversations I made up in my head that I hurt my own feelings, created these illusions, created more anxiety because I let the power of the trauma control me. You have to understand that your intuition is here in your gut, in your solar plexus. Your intuition is in your crown, right? Your third eye. Your intuition does not sit here and cause anxiety, right? Those of you who are familiar with my podcast, I have a whole podcast on knowing when it's spirit and knowing when it's ego. It is your ego. It is your anxiety. It is the control of trauma. When you start feeling it here, when you start getting anxiety, when things start feeling tight, you start feeling nauseous and you start sweating, that is not your intuition. But when you get that tingle here and when you get those butterflies in your stomach and you start to sit up tall because the confidence that you have in the decisions that you're making, that's your intuition. When it just feels right, that's your intuition. Your intuition will not lead you into a panic attack, ever. Your intuition will not lead you into more suffering, ever. Do y'all understand me? When you pull yourself out of this victimhood, you'll start to see your intuition loudly. You won't be able to shut that bitch up sometimes. Let me tell y'all something. My oversoul is petty. My oversoul talks to me the way that I talk. Hi, Erica. And sometimes when I want to be on some petty shit, or I won't even say petty, when I want to be on some fuckery and like not listen, my oversoul come in quick and be like, now you know good and hell well. You know good and hell. Do I need to knock your head between the washer and dryer? Is this what we doing? Is this what we doing? And then I'll be like, I'm just playing. We good. I promise we good. As you start to build a relationship with your oversoul gets loud, baby. Nelly, listen. Y'all give me 1 second. Okay. Listen. Hey, Octavia. So I'm telling y'all right now, build a relationship with your oversoul. Please. I can't stress it enough. Build a relationship with your oversoul because that is a huge step in stepping out of victimhood, right? Because when you trust your intuition, when your intuition comes through and be like, hey, yo, we not doing this. No, ma'am, we're not doing this. And you listen and be like, you right, we're not doing this. Realities shift, timelines shift the closer you have a relationship with your oversoul. And they show you shadow work and ways to get through that shadow work. And it is a phenomenal thing. Build a relationship with your oversoul. I promise y'all. Hey, Nakia. Hi, love. Hi, babe. All right. I'm going to keep pulling. Spirit, listen. Spirit just coming through like she talking, y'all. Y'all better listen because they keep giving me cards to back up what I'm saying. Give her a nickname. Oh no, I got a nickname for her. I'm not telling y'all, but I got a nickname for her. She knows what her nickname is. Like, girl. Hey, Chelsea. So now we're talking about the Five of Wands. Now, for those of y'all who've been following me who know whenever the Five of Wands come out, that is always a signifier of a conflict, almost like a competition. To me, in this particular contest, this is internal, right? Now, for that one person who had that misunderstanding, you're going to have to deal with that confrontation. But this is the internal competition between the control that the trauma wants and you stepping into your oversoul and letting your intuition have that sovereignty, have that control. There's a battle happening. And the quicker you can put your focus and put your energy into getting out of that victimhood, going and having that relationship with your oversoul, the easier this little competition, this little conflict becomes null and void. You will be able to check your ego because we don't get rid of our ego. We just make sure we had it motherfucking check, right? You'll be able to check your ego frequently and move forward with an intuition that's so on point. Like you can see things happening before they happen type situation, right? You can jump timelines that better align to what you want a lot easier when you have a better connection with your oversoul, right? We're going to keep pulling. Ten of Swords. Listen, y'all saw me shuffle that deck. These cards are coming out confirming everything that I'm telling y'all. Ten of Swords, the final chapter. Like I said, everything that you guys have been trying to manifest from the new moon in Aquarius, it's coming to fruition with the full moon Aquarius. But in order for that to happen, we got to end the cycle of victimhood. We got to let go of the control that our trauma has on us. Now, there are a lot of you who are on this path. You can recognize it. You can move forward. And it's no thing. You know what I'm saying? You've already released some stuff. Well, what else you got, Spirit? What else am I going to release? And you just keep it rolling. For some of you, this is foreign. This is new. This is taking it at step one. What does that mean? That means being open, being raw, being vulnerable, and understanding that you are going to have to pull that trauma up. You are going to have to face that trauma in order to see where you can take back your control. And again, for some of us, it's going to be big trauma. For some of us, it's going to be smaller trauma, right? Like, I'm going to be 100% transparent with y'all. I got trauma when it comes to food. I have a lot that I need to work through when it comes to my relationship with food and emotional eating, bored eating, like all of these different things. Complete transparency. Take that trauma, find out where that trauma stems, and then from there, you can learn how to take your power back. That's something that I'll be working on, right? So, just from these 5 cards, there is a huge release around trauma and lack of sovereignty. That's where we at right now. That's the energy of this full moon, especially when we talk about it being in Aquarius. Letting go boldly, not giving a fuck how it's released. Like, if you need to go outside and just scream, if you need to write it out, whatever it is, understanding, yes, it did. So, if you guys are following Coco Mac Productions, we actually just dropped a video on how to deal with trauma and triggers in relationships. But honestly, go watch the video regardless if you're in a relationship or not. It's a great video. I'm so glad you reminded me, babe. Like, this is, you want to talk about in sync. Can I do a video about an oversoul? You know what? I might do a quick little video. Maybe I'll throw it on TikTok and throw it on my reels. But yes, April, I got you. So this is the first layer. I ain't even looked at the bottom of the deck yet. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck now. We love to see the 10 of coins. We love to see the 10 of coins. So I'm going to say, of course, when the 10 of coins come out, that is all about generational wealth, material abundance, all of that fun stuff, right? Real cute. However, I want to make it clear that when you heal generations after you, and you also heal generations behind you. This feels more like generational healing more than generational, tangible prosperity. This is generational healing. Because think about it. If you're healing as a parent, you're going to make sure your child is also healing. If you're healing as somebody's child, which we all are, but as you're healing and you start having these really adult conversations with your parents, it's a ripple, right? Generational healing is what I feel like is happening with this 10 of coins as you guys are learning how to release these traumas, release the victimhood. You start the ripple of healing for those after you and those before you, right? The next one is the 6 of Swords. This is the card of success, right? But it's success after triumph after trials, as I like to say. So as you get through processing this victimhood, as you work through processing and releasing the control that your trauma has, you find, calmer shores. You start to find the success and the clarity and the intuition boost that comes with releasing, right? And then lastly is the Knight of Cups. When you heal the mind, you heal the heart. And then it goes the other way too. A lot of times when you heal the heart, you heal the mind. You can't have one without the other, right? So I feel like this Knight of Cups definitely signifies that, right? As we talk about all of this sword energy going from the 6 of Swords to the Knight of Cups, moving from a place of emotional healing after all of the mental work has been done. And I definitely feel like this is achievable, more than achievable. For those of you who are listening, okay. So for those of you that are listening, and babe, if you're listening, please type this out in the comments for me. Where do you feel a lack of control? That's the question. Where do you feel a lack of control? And I want y'all to really think about it. You don't have to answer in the comments, but I want you guys to really think about it, because there we go. Thanks, babe. Because we're not perfect, right? We all have something that controls us, something that we kind of give our power to, right? Like I said, I'll be transparent. I have a lack of control when it comes to food. And that is where my shadow work is now going to be focused on, understanding where that stems from, how to stop the outpour of control when it comes to food, so that I can reclaim my power, I can reclaim my energy, and reclaim my time, so I can get a better waistline. Um, but that is the first deck. I am going to now pull the Oracle. And again, I'm using my Intuit Tarot. Hello, Shaylin. Yeah, it's bad. Like the relationship that I have with food, like, and it doesn't help that, I've had surgeries and different things like that. So I have to really sit with myself and have a really honest conversation with myself and my oversoul. Hey Marie, I am good, Shaylin, living the dream as it were. I am now pulling the Oracle to go with the tarot spread I just pulled. Okay. And let's see what we got. How y'all doing down there? How y'all doing, YouTube? I gotta stop saying down there just because the proxy of the camera is lower than my phone. That's not right. How y'all doing, YouTube? Person of Earth. Okay, so the last time I did my collective, it was the person of air. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Earth signs, Earth placements, especially if it's your big three, we about to get dragged. Because I know when it comes to Earth signs, we have a certain level of comfort that we aspire to consistently. And if we are inconvenienced in the slightest, sometimes we're a little dramatic when we are inconvenienced. Okay, thank you, Miss Karen. And hey Phoenix. And so, my earth placements. Yeah, yes, I'm about to drag the shit out of myself. Spirit real loud about this victimhood, especially when it comes to us earth placements. We get, she said, okay, that's enough. Listen, when we are inconvenienced, we get real why is it so cold in here? And then we fly off the handle. That's why I keep a lot of blankets in my house. Or, this person didn't say this the way I would have wanted them to say it, so now I'm upset. I'm dragging myself too. Was just earth signs, earth placements. We get a little dramatic when we don't get our way. We're not as bad as cancers though. We're not gonna cry about it. We'll get mad, we'll get petty. But we ain't gonna cry about it. I just gotta throw that out there because I am a Taurus, but I'm also a Cat Moon. So like I gotta let it be known, But woo, not 6 planets in Capricorn. God damn. I have 4. Yeah, that's that Taurus shit for sure. Like we ain't gonna cry about it, but we gonna get mad and we gonna get petty. So earth signs. Before I even keep pulling it for the Oracle, let's have a meeting right quick, earth signs. Yeah, because y'all fight instead of cry and do. And do. She said my mood is in Cancer. I'ma cry. Oh no, baby. Yeah, because never mind. I got it. That's my go-to line. Listen, excuse me, Cancers be chilling. Taurus rising. Now come on, Sharia. Y'all know y'all Cancers get emotional as the fuck. Okay, first of all, babe, anybody tell you to come up in here with your asterisks? I said what I said. Okay. Now, Earth placements. Gather around. Let's have a come on, y'all too. Let's have a meeting. Cause we are bad about, this victimhood. The slightest inconvenience. Listen, it's too many goddamn people in the drive-through. I am upset. Why is it so many people in the drive-through? You see what I'm saying? We have got to drop the victimhood. I'm a Capricorn and Pisces moon. I'll get emotional and pissed. Listen, I feel it. I feel it. Y'all, my nose ring has been acting up. Don't mind me. Look at Bestie. You damn right. But this is what I'm saying. We gotta release some of this shit for this full moon. Spirit is like, I'm gonna need y'all to quit playing. Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much now. Now, with that being said, really look at where the trauma is. Because how dare. Look at where the trauma is. And really think about if it's worth it or not. Miss Ma'am. Okay. Don't think I can't see you. All of a sudden, my refrigerator door open. Like, anywho, my earth placements. I love me some us. I love me some us. But I'm gonna call it like I see it because I dragged air signs to hell and back last time. So I'm equal opportunity. We on the chopping block. So I'm gonna say it like it is, Unbothered Libra Sun and Taurus Moon. I'm gonna talk to you when you get home. Unbothered. We're not about to do that. We're not gonna act like we ain't got triggers in front of these good people. Nah, my love. My heart. But it's one thing to have little inconveniences. It's too many people in the drive-through, blah, 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 blah. But when it gets to the point where it's too many people in the drive-through in the morning for me to get my Starbucks or my whatever, and it affects your entire day, there's a problem, Earth signs. That's victimhood. If let's take it deeper. Let's take it deeper than that. If you've had something done to you, right, unjustly, and instead of finding a resolution for yourself or even having a resolution with the other person, you just hold on to the anger. You just hold on to, well, they did me wrong. They shouldn't have done me wrong. And I'm mad. And I can't move forward from this one situation, and you've been mad all week about this one situation. That's victimhood. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if something unjust happens to me, I'm going to be mad about it. No, I'm 45 minutes late to the live, but I'm here now. Hey, Naomi, it's all right, boo. You'll be able to watch the recap as well. So it's one thing if something happens to me unjustly, like if it's something major, because I will get mad if it's too many people in the drive-through. But anyway, if it's something major, right, I'm going to be mad, but I'm not going to let it affect my entire week. I'm going to be mad, but then I'm going to realize I'm not going to allow this situation to permeate my mind for days. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the other person that you mad at ain't doing what you doing. I can promise you that. The other person is not mad and holding on to the fact that they did you wrong for days. They're not. So what are you going to do with all of this anger and no resolution? That is where spirit is kicking our ass. That is where you drop the victimhood. Look for a resolution, even if it's just enough for yourself to not be mad anymore. Or at least to the point where it has so much control that you can't recognize anything else going on for you. I give myself a time frame to get over it. Depends on how big or how small the situation was. Exactly. Because I can tell y'all right now, like, y'all know I tell my business all the time. My last relationship, I was mad. I mean, low key, I'm still mad about some of the shit that happened. But the power that situation had over me, it might have lasted a few days. I mean, that relationship ended last October. That might have had a chokehold on my psyche for a few days. But baby, I worked through that and I moved on. There is no way that situation will have control over me for any span of time now. Do I have triggers that stem from that? Absolutely. And I am working through those as well. But I don't allow myself to give that situation enough power to where I can't recognize all of the other amazing things happening around me, for me, to me, for others. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. Because when you hold on to situations and you give trauma power, you can't see shit else. You can't see anything else going on, good or bad. You can't see nothing else but the power that this trauma has over you. Sometimes I need time to figure out my feels in a way to constructively communicate them. Listen, felt. I'm going to tell y'all right now, when Mac and I were getting to know each other, really understanding who we are in relationships, I told him, I was like, you got to give me space to be mad. You got to give me space to call people everything but a child of God so I can get it out my system. Don't try to fix me immediately. Let me be mad. Let me say all the mean, egregious shit that I need to get out to release this energy, and then we can come up with a solution. Then I can find a resolve. But baby, you gonna let me curse somebody out, even if I'm cursing out the wall. You gonna let me curse somebody out first. I gotta get that out, right? We all have ways of releasing that energy, and that's okay. You have to do that. Nobody is telling you guys to. Yeah, we are working on healthier outlets, but I like cursing people out too, baby. Feel the feels. Absolutely. Go through the stages of whatever emotions you need to go through, but don't sit in that one pocket of victimhood, right? The woe is me. Because if you are always saying woe is me, woe is me, woe is me, you'll never understand that life is happening for you and not to you. And when I say that, it's because everything, there is something to gain from everything. And I want to say this in a way that's not offensive or invalidating. Sometimes there is no rhyme or reason to anything. There are certain things there is no rhyme or reason for. It is something that is extremely unfortunate, and there's no way around that. Sometimes finding the strength to keep moving forward is enough to release some of the control the trauma has. Just finding the strength to keep putting one foot in front of the other is enough to take back some of the control that the trauma has. I want y'all to understand that. Now, I'm not going to be one of those persons that says everything happens for a reason and there's a lesson to be learned in everything. Sometimes shit is just fucked up. But we still should not allow the trauma to have control over our lives. Sometimes that's going to mean therapy. Sometimes that might mean medication. Sometimes that's going to mean just sitting with your oversoul and building that relationship so that you no longer have power. I mean, you're no longer giving power to the trauma. Okay? I want to make sure that is perfectly clear. Sometimes things happen that just shouldn't have goddamn happened. But learning how to put one foot in front of the other is how progress is made. It's how you release the hold that the trauma has on you. Okay? I still got to pull more cards. Oh, it's 5:55 here. Cool. Now, the next card is yoga. I definitely feel like this goes hand in hand with this hermit card that we pulled. It's about contemplation, going within, breath work, inner child, reflection, rest, right? This is a 4 card for the zodiac sign. What is that? Taurus. Another nod to earth signs. Specifically, I'm going to say Taurus. We are in a period where we need deep reflection. I reposted something on the page that talked about certain signs. I want to say it's Taurus, Leo, was it Scorpio and Virgo? I can't remember, but I know Taurus was one of them. There are a lot of polarizing changes happening right now. And for my fellow Taurus gang, we really need to slow down. I can't believe I just said Phoenix, Mac, don't y'all come for me. I said what I said. I heard what I said. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. Because I know y'all fingers is itching. Don't come for me. My Taurus placements. It's time to slow down. Right? Like I said, I got into air signs ass on the last one. So I'm going to go ahead. There we go. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Thank you very much. We are not exempt. Earth signs, Tauruses, we're not exempt just because I'm a Taurus. It's time to slow down. It's time to really think about what's important. Where are you putting your energy, and is it important? Is it making an impact for your alignment? Again, is it making an impact for your alignment? Because there's so many things that we do that was like, I want to make an impact on the world, and I want to make an impact on my kids, and I want to make an impact to the collective. Fuck all that. Is it making an impact to your alignments? Shit. Y'all, I'm so glad I got this little crochet, because I don't know where my edge is going to be by the end of this shit. I'm going to let y'all sit with that for a second before I pull this next card. Now, that's for my earth signs, specifically Taurus placements. Which means I'm going to have some work to do later. Cool. Let me go ahead and pull the next card. Flamingos. Soulmates, lovers, union, courtship, dating, seduce, long-term potential, it factor, charm, two of a kind, alluring, je ne sais quoi. Is it making an impact for you? Yeah, I'm telling you, that's it. Is it making an impact for your alignment? Now, I'm getting a lot of lovers vibes, Two of Cups energy from this flamingo card. And while this is very much talking about love, right? This is more about the union of you and your oversoul, right? Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, none of this reading is going to be about love, career, none of that shit. Spirit is very, very serious about this being about you, your oversoul, and the control that you are giving to trauma. Okay? So this flamingo card, heavy on the union. Heavy on the union. Right? What is the relationship with you and your oversoul? What is the relationship to you and your oversoul? Because that Y'all got to be a united front. Because if your oversoul is like a very faint voice way in the back of your head, you might want to go get her or him, whoever they look like. Sometimes our oversouls ain't even human, but you might want to go check in. Your oversoul should be as loud as your inner saboteur. I'm gonna say that again. Actually, it should be, excuse me, it should be louder than your inner saboteur. If the thing in your head that does nothing but tell you you can't, you can't, you can't is louder than your intuition, there is a problem. Your oversoul should be louder than your inner saboteur. Your intuition should be louder than your ego, if that's an easier way to look at it. Your intuition should be louder than your ego, right? So that's where this flamingo energy is coming into play, right? That is where you build the relationship with your oversoul. So let's look at the bottom of the deck. Spirit is funny. So as I'm doing this collective, in my head, I'm like, is this going to be the message? Is this what this full moon is about for my collective? Like I said, it's not going to be any energy about love, career, money, none of that. We talking about you and your oversoul right now. Yes, this is the message. This is what we doing. This meant right on track. This is the message. Now, y'all can go and check. I will say this: Lunar Child Tarot is also doing a full moon pool on Friday. Check that out. Now, it is quite possible that she's going to say a lot of things that are in alignment with what I'm saying, but it is also possible that she's pulling on different energy. My collective is for my collective, right? Those of you who follow me, this is the energy that I'm pulling on. So Nikki, she's going to have different energies that she's pulling on for her collective. It is going to be an amazing collective. I'll probably tune in myself once I'm off work. So I want you guys to check out Lunar Child Tarot's full moon pool. She is an astrology babe. She is a boss when it comes to astrology. So you're going to learn a lot about on an astrological level what this full moon will be bringing as well. So make sure you guys are following her. Just Lunar Child Tarot, spelled just like it sounds. And be on the lookout for her full moon collective on Friday. And that's for Facebook, by the way. The next card, it's time. Release that shit. Release the victimhood, you guys. Release the victimhood. Release it. Now, very interesting. The last card for the bottom of the deck. You know what? I'm going to pull the fourth card too, because that's also a good card. Mirror. Mirror. Self-aware, seeing clearly, self-assessment, self-improvement, reflection, self-love, and self-appreciation. These are all of the things that wind up happening when you just talk to your oversoul. Talk to your oversoul. Mirror. Now, I want to say something else because I talked about mirrors on my personal page today. Which I keep my personal page completely private. I only have like 100 friends on there. So if you guys have ever tried to send me a friend request, don't feel bad that I didn't add you. I really just keep that just to actual friends that I know. But Taurus placements and Scorpio placements, we are mirrors to others. And specifically big three, Taurus and Scorpio placements. So often do we find ourselves in situations where people take things out on us. And I'm not saying this from a victim mindset, because just follow me. People will take things out on us because of them getting in their feelings, right? Like, have you ever been blocked by somebody and you're like, well, damn, what did I do? Um, because and then you wind up figuring out that people have this misconception of you and they thought that you were one way, and you're not, but like they block you. Like, y'all, literally, I have been blocked by people who just refuse to take accountability for their own lives. Like, Scorpio and Taurus placements, we are used as mirrors. Do not take these things personal. When people have this idea of you that it's like, aren't you like that though? You see what I'm saying? Where it's like, oh my God, you're so rude. You just called me out mama name 5 minutes ago. What you calling me rude for? Like these kind of situations, right? I can get into other ones that are a little too specific for me to be talking about on live, but don't take those things personal. Scorpio, Taurus placements, don't take those things personal. People see us as mirrors subconsciously. And that's it's a spectrum. I will say that it's a spectrum. People see us where we have something that they want, so they get mad at us instead of realizing that if it's possible for us, it's possible for them. You have that. Now I will say this: Taurus and Scorpio placements, you are not immune from seeing other Scorpio and Taurus placements as mirrors. I just want to throw that out there. Don't be like, yeah, people be seeing me, girl. You might be seeing others. Like, nobody's immune, right? But people who have these placements tend to see it more or experience it more when we're talking about mirrors. Yeah, I've had that happen to me. It's a very weird thing. And this is something else that kind of came to the forefront today. Don't take it personal. These people are not ready to accept their own projections, so they take it out on Taurus and Scorpio placements. It is what it is. Okay, that's a super side note to what I'm talking about here, but it came up today, so I felt like sharing. All right, now I'm going to pull the fourth card too for the bottom of the deck because it is the roadblock card. Do you need something, baby? Oh, baby, mommy's gonna be talking about some adult stuff, so you can't sit down here with her right now, okay? I'll let you know when I'm done, okay, sweetheart? Okay. Yeah. See, bestie, you know I got the Taurus sun, and then I'm a Scorpio stellium. It's real out here, bro. So the fourth card, which again, we doing another four here. Four is also the card of stability, right? Hi, Alice. Four is also a card about stability. So there's definitely a need, which is another nod to air signs. This we got to get our sovereignty back on track. We got to find some more stability when it comes to our sovereignty and where we're putting our power. But the roadblock card, right? It's time to release these roadblocks. It's time to let go of the victimhood. It's time to let go of not having a relationship with our oversoul. It's time to dead all that. And doing so with this Aquarius full moon just makes sense. Because, I don't always get along with Aquariuses, but one thing I can say is, they say what the fuck they want to say and they stand behind it. Whether they right or wrong, an Aquarius will stand behind whatever the hell they say. You got to have that kind of energy when you releasing shit. I am no longer allowing XYZ to have control over my life and stand 10 toes down on it. I would say no shade to Aquariuses, but I said what I said. Listen. We are in a state of global ascension. And I want y'all to think about something. When you are ascending, you go through a period of purging, right? You go through a period of release, which is what you should be doing for this full moon. So as the earth, Mother Gaia herself is ascending, there's going to be a lot that needs to be released. The more we release on an individual level, the more we release on a global collective level. So when we say, oh, it's just me, one person can't change the world, you can, by minding your own damn business and worrying about your own ascension. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Understanding where you can remove roadblocks and proceed to your ascension, proceed to your alignment, you add that one extra little drop in the pot to help ascend the planet. It's as simple as that. How we feeling? We have questions, comments, concerns, anything that I said that may have triggered you that, you would need some clarification on. I know we got really deep talking about traumas and different things like that. So I am going to open it up to you guys. If you guys want me to pull another deck, I will do so. But it's just going to be about the energy we've already pulled, because I'm not going to do yep. She coming in like we said when we said, this the message, heifer. Don't pull about nothing else unless you pulling about this. So definitely got some work to. Yeah, let me know. YouTube, Facebook, let me know how y'all feeling. If there's anything that you want to talk about, anything that you want clarification on that I've said in this live, let me know. How do you connect to your oversoul? So oversoul is a very spiritual way of just saying your intuition, your highest self, right? So really just sitting down and talking, right? So for the tarot deck, that is the Intuit Tarot. DM me and I will send you the link so you can kind of look and see which all they have available, because they have 3 different kinds. They have one where there's no words. They have this one where there's words, and then they have one where it's almost like a flashcard. So DM me and I will let you know. I came into this live tonight with some things on my mind. So funny you were talking about the very thing. Amen. It's what I do. I am here to spread the message. Yeah, so DM me and I'll send you the link. Listen, we all got work to do. Every single person on this planet got work to do. I don't want y'all to think that there is anybody on this planet that is just like end all be all, because the moment that you learn all the lessons, the moment you ain't got to be here no more. Let that sink in. The moment you don't have any more lessons to learn is the moment that you don't need to be here anymore. Okay? So don't feel bad that you in the middle of one struggle. Everybody is in the middle of one struggle or another. Right? I like to say that I'm not above anybody, but I'm not beneath anybody either. You see what I'm saying? And let me say this. There is a reason why I don't do mentorship. And there is a reason why I no longer do mentorships of others. It's because of my sovereignty. While I know that I can learn from people, I learn from you guys every day. I learn from everybody. But I don't feel as if there is anybody who is like, oh my God, I aspire to reach that. We all out here just trying to make it work. Some of us are in a timeline where there is a lot of ease in certain places, but we all out here just trying to make it work. We all got things that we need to learn, right? So for those of you who have asked about a mentorship, I'm not nobody's mentor, y'all. I love being a coach and I love guiding you to your own understanding, but you don't need a mentor. You may need guidance to help you get back to you. You may need empowerment, but I can't be your mentor. I just want to throw that out there because I have gotten somebody who's asked me about it, and I want to make sure like there's a reason why I don't offer mentorship. I don't have no problem teaching. I don't have no problem showing people how to do things, but y'all don't want me as a mentor anyway. My ADHD be wilding. So all in all, sit with your, somebody asked, what is your oversoul? So your oversoul is just another way of saying your higher self, right? Sitting down with your higher self and just talking. You guys don't understand, the voices in your head are not an illusion, right? The voices in your head are different facets of you, right? You have your ego, you have your inner saboteur, you have your oversoul, you have your trauma, you have your inner child. These are all parts of your psyche. Your oversoul is just a certain part of your psyche, your highest self, right? Your most evolved self. Your oversoul is the one who signed that karmic contract to bring you here. Like, and it's just a matter of sitting down and talking to them. For those of you who have never had a conversation with your oversoul, you just sit down and be like, hey, yo, what's up? See what you hear in your head. Like, for me, when I first started, I used to do very deep meditations where I would like go to like, I'm pretty sure this wasn't even Earth. This was somewhere completely different. And I would see my oversoul. I have seen her physical form. She looks like me, but then she doesn't look like me, right? I have seen her. I know what she looks like. And I started just being able to see her. And then from there, started having conversations with her. Now it's literally, I can sit here and be like, hey, yo, what's up? And she started talking, telling me what I need to do. Yeah. So it starts there. At least it started there for me. You guys may all have different experiences. I've been hearing the last 3 days that I need to release some things that I'm still holding on to about my past marriage. Child, that's the tea. Cause same. This is the time to do it. This is the moment to do it. Right? Thank you, Alice. She said the gems that you drop are definitely good enough. Thank you. That means a lot. That lets me know I'm doing something, right? So, in speaking with your oversoul, just start small. Say, hey, what's up? What's good? What you look like? What do you sound like? Right? Now, like I said, my oversoul. So it's really funny. I feel like whenever I have this country drawl that comes out of nowhere, because y'all, I'm not from the South. I was born and raised in LA. And I have a country drawl that I have no idea where it comes from because my mama don't have it. My grandmother didn't really have it. I didn't really live around people with a country accent, but I have one. So much that sometimes people think I'm from the South. And I feel as if that's either a very prominent past life or that's my oversoul. My oversoul absolutely has a country drawl when I talk to her. And so just sit down and have that conversation. Start forming that bond to see if your oversoul will get louder and louder for you. And it will, spoiler alert, because the more that you interact with your oversoul, the stronger the relationship. Okay? Any more questions? Anything? Bueller? Let me know, y'all. Let me know. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed you're from. Yeah, born and raised in LA. I have lived in Las Vegas for the past 20 years. There is no ties to the South. Now, of course, well, I'm not going to say that because my people are from the South, but I have not spent enough time in the South to justify the country drawl that comes out often. And it really didn't get that thick until I started my spirit. I promise you, my best friend, I don't know if she's still in this live, but I promise you, she's known me since 2006. I did not have this country drawl until like 2018. I don't fight it. I don't fight against it. I just figure, who I am at my highest self is country as hell. Shit, I don't know. See, yeah, she can tell you. I didn't start having a thick country accent until I really started my spiritual journey. And like, bitch, I don't know. I can't call it, dog. Like, I just roll with it. But it also makes sense with the things that I have lined up and wanting to move down south, so I can sound like I'm from there since I already do. But, life is crazy. That's all I can say. I've had customers when I'm on the phone. Oh, what part of the South are you from? I'm not. I can't tell you where this accent come from, girl. But okay, if we have any other questions, I am an open book right now. I give y'all like a couple minutes if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will leave y'all scalps and edges alone. Y'all let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. I'm going to see about doing a video on oversouls. I might do it on TikTok. Y'all, if y'all on TikTok, go follow me on TikTok. I need more followers. I haven't gone live over there yet. I honestly don't know because I don't want to pull. I don't want to be a TikTok reader because y'all know how I feel about TikTok readers. But I want to go live over there. Y'all go follow me over there and let me know what I should go live about. Maybe I'll go live about oversouls. We just have a real ass discussion about oversouls and all kind of stuff. I know I need to go live, bestie. I've been able to go live for a while now. I don't ever know what to say. And then I'll be on TikTok with like no makeup on, bonnet all big and carrying on. I don't know. Maybe I'll go listen, let's do this. I'm gonna go live on TikTok right now. I'm gonna go live on TikTok right now. It's Coco Kitten Bruja. Y'all know I'm consistent. It's the same thing everywhere. I'm gonna go live on TikTok right now, and let's just have a real ass conversation. Y'all can literally ask me anything, personal life, my social though. Anything about my personal life, anything about spirituality, coaching, anything. I'm about to go live on TikTok. All right. I love y'all. I'm rooting for y'all. Go follow me on TikTok. I'm about to go live over there. Okay. I love y'all. Peace.